So I wanted to, whoa, sorry for the spin. I wanted to show you what my day looks like during the COVID quarantine. Part one of the day starts here in the bunker, the bat cave, the lair, underground in the basement of Sarah's cousin's house that they have been so kind to let us borrow for 2 months. It starts off with this is a meager existence here, but I tell you what, it's all I need, and I'm all the better for it and all the happier for it. Little fruitcake, walnut bread delivered from a local farmer. Cafe espresso that we were trying to figure out how to use the espresso machine. It's a month in. It's strong coffee. I can't tell you if it's good, but it does the job. Probably using 4 times the amount of beans you need for 1 cup of espresso, but that's just the learning process, I suppose. The wide-ruled composition book, journal, crucial. These are in no particular order. The 1-a-day line notebook, 1 line a day notebook. And that's a 5-year memory book. So you write down what you're doing on this date this year, and then next year they have another space, and there's 5 spaces. And in every year you'll be able to look back and know exactly what you're doing on this day that year. Probably is really good for your memory too. A Course in Miracles. That just happens to be the thick spiritual book that I am 1/10 of the way through, and I'm working through it. Maybe a chapter a day. But you could have any book. It's not that I'm recommending. Well, I'm recommending that book. Yeah, you should read it. Then an engineering pad. This is, sometimes I fight with what I'm using these papers for, because ultimately the journal is for journaling and the notepad is for ideas and brainstorming and kind of to-do lists. And that's just how it's supposed to be. Sometimes they both bleed back and forth. And then what I'll do is, at least with the notepad, you can tear off these sheets and you have a clean sheet. So it's not kind of like a continuum like a notebook. It's really much, this is what is happening today or what needs to be done, or these are the collection of thoughts, or I'm just going to dump all of my to-do lists items on there. The Tiger Claw by our friends at the Ready State and Kelly Start. This is a scraping tool for working on your body parts, loosening you up. I got a lot of mobility tools with me. It's like get the hell out of Dodge and grab your mobility tools. You got to have a nice big softball size hard ball to lie or roll on. I do not have a lacrosse ball, but that one's going to fit the bill for both. I want my one splurge purchase on quarantine are the Smart Cuffs blood flow restriction cuffs. Experimenting with those, trying to get the benefit of the blood flow restriction therapy and training. It's one of those things, I think, when it comes to something that's like as advanced and crazy as cutting off the blood flow to a limb so that you can stimulate some sort of recovery, you have to play with it. And the more that I use it, the more that I am finding my own nuanced ways of doing it, although there are very specific medical protocols to follow. I've actually kind of, for the time being, resorted to just popping it on a leg or on an arm and just like going through my just leaving it on there and increasing the pressure and doing different movements. And when I get sick of it, I take it off. And, I feel like, there's probably, I could maximize it if I was doing the very, specific training, but, whatever. I'll get there, is what I'm saying. We're all going to get there. The old Theragun. Can't say that I endorse it. It works. It pounds you good. It's still loud. Just like the first one, it's a little less loud, but it's definitely better than nothing when it comes to like a percussive therapy tool. I just don't like it that the battery life seems kind of short. And and then over here, this is the behind me, this is the room. This is the room of toys that are like pool toys or beach toys that my kids are using for every form of imaginative play that you can get into, which I'm all about. So over there, these are all rocket ships basically, and this is an alien land for exploring. So, and that's where we all are, is on our own version of terra incognita, if you will. So that's 5 minutes. I'm gonna pause it here. I'll give you part 2 later, and I could splice it in any day. I might shoot it later today. I might shoot it, 10 days from now. It'll be the same. But I'll go upstairs, and the kids will be on, in some level of engagement or screaming or eating, But there's a period with the kids. There's a wonderful nap time where they nap, and either I work and get caught up on things, or I nap as well. So catch you on the next episode.